Trigger warning. Verbal bullying. Slight ED. Fat shaming. Please proceed with caution. Lev was so excited to be a part of the new modeling agency. He had applied for this months ago, and Alyssa reassured him that everything would be perfect. Oh, how wrong she was. Everything in that agency was toxic. He never knew what made him go there. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah. I can't wait. I just hope they'll like me. Oh Lev. I'm sure they will love you. What is not to love about you? You are so unique and beautiful. And besides, your volleyball team loves you. So I'm sure they will too. Well, if you are confident, then I am too. Lev smiled and hugged his sister. I'll go around town while you are doing that. Call me when you are done. Okay. Will do. Lev got out of Alyssa's car and went inside the studio. He was wearing a gray tuxedo with a red tie. He thought he looked like he was ready for the job. He walked to the room where he was told to go after his interview. He knocked on the door. Hello? Miss? Oh. She ran towards the door and opened it quickly. Ah, you must be the new boy. Thought you would be different. Come on in. We'll see how you look for the magazines. She stepped to the side and Lev slowly walked in, taking in all of the setting around him. It was very bright. A lot, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Stand over there and do as I say. Yes, ma'am. None of that. Oh, sorry. You talk too much. Maybe talk less. Then I'll like you. Now, stand over there and lean back. Okay. Lev did as he was told. He did it over and over for about 90 minutes. Till he was told he could go home and rest. But something happened. And Lev didn't know how to act. Pause. Okay, Lev darling. You look amazing. But go over to that mirror for me. Now. Lev quickly walked over to the mirror. Do you see what I see? No. Of course you don't. You're blind and oblivious. Turn to the side and then you'll see. Lev turned to the side and saw his director behind him. She got closer to Lev. This is what's wrong with you. She poked him belly and jiggled his thighs. He didn't think anything was wrong with them. You need to be thinner. Less of the cake. More of the fruit. Fruit should be your only diet. If you don't have only fruit in a day, then you'll get fatter and then you will not be part of our company. I suggest you fix this fatness and come back tomorrow so we can help you. Oh. And like I said, speak less and you'll be liked a lot more than you are now. You are dismissed. Lev nodded and left. He called his sister and waited for her to pick up. Lev. That was quick. How did it go? Yeah, it went well. That's good. I'll be back at the car in about 5 minutes. Lev was going to reply. But then the comments came back. Lev. I'll walk back. Huh? It's a 2-hour walk. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, before you come back to the car, could you pick up a bottle of water for me? I'm parched. Sure. I'm guessing you're waiting for me to come back then? Yeah. Okay. I'll be as quick as I can. Sure. Bye. See you in a sec. Bye. Alyssa hung up and Lev waited on a bench outside the building. Well, a little bit of walking never harmed anyone. And she said I needed to lose the weight to be a part of her company. So I guess it's needed for a 2-hour walk. No breaks at all. Next thing Lev knew, his sister was in front of him. She had a bottle of water in her hand and handed it to him. Are you sure you want to walk? It could be dark by the time you get back to Tokyo. I don't want anything bad happening to you. I'll be fine. I promise. I'll text you every 20 minutes. If you're sure. Then, I'll see you at home. See you in a bit. Alyssa smiled slightly and hugged Lev. She walked back to her car and got ready to drive back home. Half an hour later, Lev was walking down the road and decided to call Alyssa the whole way home. He felt unsafe, but he didn't want to worry Alyssa. He heard 2 familiar voices come from behind him. Hold on Alyssa, I'll call you back. Is everything okay? I see my friends, that's all. Oh. Then go have fun. See ya buddy. She hung up and Lev quickly shoved his phone in his pocket. Kenma, for the love of fuck. You can't keep playing the same game and act shocked every time you get to a certain part. That's no fun. Hush child. Child? I am older than you. And I'm virgin. What the fuck? What? I thought we were saying facts. Mature. Really mature of you. Yes, I know. Weird conversation. Honestly, I question my life every day. Who? What? When? Where? Why? How? Kuro, hush up. Jesus. We are not in school. Fuck me. Later. Kuro. I'm joking. My lord. Lord save me. Anyways. Lev, how come you are out so late? Yeah, especially on your own. Oh, I just needed to do some walking home. You don't live round here, Lev. And you hardly walk. Keeping in mind that Tokyo is another 90 minutes from here. So be truthful. I'm being honest. I can call Alyssa to prove it. Call her. Lev unlocked his phone and found Elisa's contact. He pressed it and waited for her to answer. Hi, yeah. Your friends went already? No. I'm being questioned by them instead. Oh. Fire away, Lev. They want you mainly. What the fuck have you done? Give them the phone. Lev handed Kenma his phone. Hello? Is this Alyssa? Yeah. What has Lev done? He's walking home. Oh yeah, I know. He wanted to do that for some reason. He called me after he went to the agency and insisted to walk home. Did he now? Right. Thank you for confirming, Alyssa. Of course. Is that all you needed? Yes. Thank you. No problem. See you soon. And with that, Alyssa hung up and Kenma gave Lev his phone back. See? Right. Message Kuro when you get home then, yeah? Why me? You're older than us too. Fair. Alright, fine. Message me when you're home, okay? Yeah. Will do. Good. Off you pop, Buster. Alright then. Lev slowly began to walk away. No one needs to know about the experience. No one needs to know about what happened. No one needs to know about her. No one needs to know about the words. Lev kept thinking the same thing over and over while walking back home. Was what he told Kenma and Kuro wrong? Did Kenma and Kuro really worry about him that much? Was he really worth all their time and worry? Lev wasn't sure of what to do in this scenario. The scenario of which he hasn't ever encountered before. He felt disgusting for lying to his sister and friends. He was disgusted by his body image and the filthy lies. He was a worthless nothing who lies to everyone. Back home, Alyssa was preparing food for her and Lev. But she hadn't heard anything off of Lev since the phone call she had with Kuro an hour before. She was getting increasingly worried by the second. Until she heard the door rattle. Lev, I'm back. Alyssa ran straight to her brother and embraced him. You damn idiot. You said you would call me back after you left your friends. Do you have any idea how worried I was? Let this be a lesson to you. Lev hadn't heard anything of what his sister said to him. In front of him was a blur. All he could hear was the ringing in his ears. It was loud. Loud to the point it was overwhelming. He didn't like this. He didn't know what was happening. It was all too loud. It was all too much. Lev. Whoa. Hey, buddy. Lev. Lev. As Alyssa shouted Lev's name, he fell towards the floor with tears rolling down his face. Alyssa was in shock. This had never happened before. She ran towards her brother and embraced him. Her arms wrapped around Lev's head. She could feel the younger shaking beneath her. What happened out there? I'm sorry. Lev buried his head into his sister's neck and cried. I'm so sorry. Hey. Lev. Darling, what happened? Did Lev really want to tell Alyssa about what happened? No, he didn't. He really didn't want to worry his sister more. So instead he just did what he did best. Keep everything hidden. Lev. Buddy. Why are you sorry? You haven't done anything, darling. She began to stroke the back of his head. She was now more concerned than ever. Alyssa began to plant kisses on his head and held him tighter. You're okay. Whatever you're sorry for, I'm sure you'll be forgiven. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I pushed myself too far. I'm so sorry, Alyssa. Whoa. Lev, wait. Calm down. What do you mean you pushed yourself too far? I ran for 3 minutes and walked for 1. I'm exhausted and the modeling shoot didn't help either. Well, why don't you go and rest for a bit? And I'll shout you when food is ready. Food. I don't deserve it. My manger says I don't need it. Can I just have an apple? I'm not that hungry. And I'll take some water upstairs for when I wake up later. Alright. I save this food for school tomorrow. Talk half and I'll take the rest. Okay. Yeah. Lev sat up and wiped his face. He kissed Alyssa on the cheek and went to his room. The next day, Lev woke up before Alyssa. He made sure he got half of the food his sister made the day before and wrapped up the rest. He put the food in a bag and walked to school. He messaged his sister saying that he forgot that volleyball had started a little earlier than usual. As Lev arrived at the gym, he left his things in the club room and walked to the toilets. He took his phone with him and sat in a cubicle waiting for volleyball practice to start. He was going to show up a few minutes late like he usually did to make sure nothing was out of character for him. He scrolled on his apps and kept as quiet as possible to make sure no one heard him. Morning guys. Yaku. You haven't seen Lev on your travels, have you? That dumbass is late again, isn't he? Kinda. I mean, his things are here. Yamamoto, take my spot till I come back. I'm going on a hunt. Right. If you need help just shout us, okay? Will do. Be back soon. See ya. Yaku ran out of the club room looking high and low for Lev. Where can this dumbass go? He's a fucking giant, he's hard to miss, what the fuck? Lev? Lev, hi bar, where are you? Yaku? What's with the shouting? No one can find Lev. Is he the new kid? The gray-haired pretty one? Also really tall? Yes. Did you see him? No. Oh. However, I did see someone walking around the corridor. Near the toilets. Thank you. Be safe, buddy. Will do. Thank you again. Yaku ran down the corridor towards the toilet shouting Lev's name once more. Shit. It's that time already? Lev, where the fuck are you? Get out here. Kuro is worried. Sorry Kuro. Lev. Fine. Don't come out. You won't get my mother's birthday cake after practice. Yaku. Lev. Buddy, which one are you in? Last one. Blue door. But, I don't want the cake. Huh? What do you mean you don't want the cake? You never pass on cake. Are you feeling okay? He walked over towards the stalk door and knocked on. Yeah, just not hungry. Have you had anything to eat at all? Yes. Lev replied quicker than he intended to. He quickly put his hands over his mouth and internally swore at himself. That was a quick reply, buddy. Are you sure you ate something? You don't need to lie to me. I won't tell anyone, you know. Yeah. But I promise I ate. Lev unlocked the door and walked out. Jesus. You look so pale, buddy. Oh. Come on. Let's go to practice. If anything happens, you can sit out. Deal? Yeah. However, my sister is picking me up earlier today because of work. The two began to walk back to the club room. Oh, check you out. You have a job now. Well done. What job is it? Modeling. Yaku stopped in his tracks. Modeling? Lev, that's amazing. You got your dream job. Yeah, I guess. What, are you not excited? Oh my goodness. We should throw a party. Oh my goodness. Ah, Lev, congrats. Now let's run. Legs high, we need to plan a party. What? Before Lev could say another thing, Yaku was ahead of him sprinting. Okay, Speedy. Jesus. Lev did a slow run towards the gym. As he got closer, he sped up a bit. By the time he was at the gym, he was sprinting. Way beyond his ability. Phew. Hopefully that'll be enough for the director. Guys. Yaku burst the gym doors open and ran to Kuro and Kai. Oh. Hi Yaku. You okay? We need to throw a party. Right, okay, and why is that? It's no one's birthday. No. But Lev got his dream job. He did? Lev, that's amazing. Just as Yamamoto said that, Lev walked into the gym. Huh? Oh yeah. I guess it is. Why aren't you happy? You should be over the moon. I am. Trust me, I am. I guess kinda overwhelming. New people, new places. I totally get it. But don't worry, you'll learn to love it. I'm sure I will. Lev wrapped his arms around his stomach, suddenly becoming self-conscious. On a completely unrelated note, why were you here before anyone else? That's rare of you. I set off earlier. I messaged Alyssa saying that volleyball started earlier and I forgot, so I walked it. Gotta respect the director's wishes. I'd believe that. Don't say anything, Kenma. If. Fuck. I didn't see you walking home yesterday. Oh. Well, that can't be that bad, right? I mean, surely it's close to home, no? 2 hours away on foot from his house. Lev. What? Like you said, I needed to get my steps up. Right. And I'd believe that too. Oh, for fuck's sake, Kenma. If Kuro hadn't off messaged me saying that you didn't message him. And funnily enough, Alyssa messaged Kuro saying that you collapsed on her as soon as you walked in. Okay. Listen. It was literally after Alyssa had stopped talking to me. Saying that I walked in and fainted is a bit of a lie. Yaku got out his phone and discreetly rang Alyssa. She had a go at me and then I collapsed. I'm fine now and I'm standing. I'm speaking. I'm here. So stop saying things that others don't need to know about. You wasn't there, Kenma. You don't know the full story. Neither does Alyssa. If you knew why I walked home after work last night you would understand why I did it. If you understood why I was early this morning you wouldn't be asking these questions. So just leave it, and get over it. You don't need to be all up in my business all the time. I get it, I'm your boyfriend, but you don't need to outsmart me with every little thing I say. It's annoying and tiring. Just drop it. Levi. Just stop. Kenma, I won't listen to you. Just quit it. Lev walked away and Yaku spoke up. Can you help? Who is he talking to? Look on his phone. He knows what he's doing. Kuro walked over and saw the contact name. Yaku. Lev isn't gonna be happy about this. Happy or not, Lev just snapped at Kenma something he swore he would never do. He knows that Kenma hates people shouting at him and yet he proceeded to do so. He might have had a reason. Reason or not, he still shouted at you. Yaku, it didn't bother me. He's stressed. He got to balance work life, school life, social life, and home life all at once now. He doesn't need you butting in with everything. Sure, Alyssa is his sister. They are close, but Lev already has a lot on his plate. With that being said, Lev walked back into the gym. Guys, I'm not gonna be attending the rest of the day. Love you all. Hope you understand. But I've just been called into work. So I'll see you tomorrow. Lev turned around and walked in the direction of the agency. He never misses school. Kenma. You know where he works, right? Sorta. All I know is that it was 20 minutes up the road from when me and Kuro saw him yesterday. Other than that, I have no idea where he works. Well then. Does Alyssa? I dropped him off yesterday and offered to pick him up, but he said no. Can you drive Kenma down to where Lev works in about an hour and a half? I suppose so. Kenma, is that okay with you? Kinda has to be. Kai volunteered me. Couldn't it be you, Kai? I'm a third year. Your year isn't as important, vet. Charming. Yeah, sure, Alyssa. I'll be ready, don't worry. Good. See you soon, darling. Yeah. Yaku hung up the phone as everyone went to practice. I need sleep. Then sleep, I don't know. Suddenly, a car horn was heard outside. And that is my cue to leave. Peace, lads. Kenma ran to collect his things, leaving his uniform on, and ran to the car. You sure do take your time. He should be about half an hour away from the studio. So, if my calculations are correct, then if I delay more time he should get there before we do. You overthink things way too much. My talent. I should go on Japan's Got Talent. Oh my god. Alyssa made sure that Kenma was safe in the car before driving off. You know, I think this is the only time I've met you. How long have you been with Lev? 6-ish months? I think. A lot longer than I though. Oh. Lev was about 5 minutes away from the studio. He began to run knowing his director was already shout at him for being even a minute late. When he arrived at the studio, the first thing he saw was his director as the door awaiting his arrival. 10 minutes late. You're doing so bad. But, seeing as I saw you walk here and drink water, I'll forgive you. Can't have you gaining more weight. Come. She moved out of the doorway and shoved Lev inside the studio. Today we are on the top floor. The lifts aren't working, so you have to use the stairs. Poor thing. Bet you can't do it. She walked to her office and laughed. What a bitch. It's my second day and she's being so rude. Should have read the terms and conditions, oh my days. Lev looked at the stairs and saw how many flights there were. 15? Hope this bitch breaks her legs. He began to walk up the stairs to the 2th floor. Once he got there, he saw the director again waiting for his arrival. My. Late again. You'll never make it further than me. If you are this slow arriving and climbing stairs, I'd hate to know how you are at school. Embarrassing. In. Now. Lev nodded his head and hurried inside the studio. The blinding white lights annoyed him. The second day and he hated the lights. He put his things on his peg and got changed into his model clothes ready for this first photos. He went to his station and waited for his director to take the photos. Now, let's get started. She got her camera set up and saw what Lev was wearing. Oh no. You can't wear that. It shows too much. She walked over and made sure to show Lev what he can't show. You see this? She grabbed his stomach and jiggled it. We can't have this on show. And do you see this? She grabbed the extra skin on Lev's thighs and pinched them. Too much. You look like a woman. Can't have a femboy in my studio. Go and change into something that hides all of this. Now. Go. She pointed to the dressing room and hurried Lev off. Why must we do this? I hate doing things. And I swear to God if there is about 20 flights of stairs I will walk home. So let me get this straight. She said that she took a sharp right turn into the parking lot. My fucking brain. You'll live. Now then. You'd rather walk 2 hours back home than walk up a 20 flights of stairs? Bingo. You confuse me. My talent. Whatever. Get out, we are here. That was quicker than expected. Only takes half an hour. Okay. Kenma unbuckles his seatbelt and opened the car door. I'm going inside. Are you joining me? Of course I am. I want to know why my baby brother snapped at you and walked home yesterday. I just hope nothing bad is happening here. I'm sure he's fine. But we are just making sure about it, aren't we? I guess. Kenma gets out the car and runs round to open Elisa's door. Such a gentleman. Well, I figured that you've never had a man to do that to you, so I figured I'd be the first. I don't know if I should be offended or not. Be offended. Now. Let's go. Kenma opened the door quietly and quickly, making sure there wasn't sudden movement. Get in. Hurry up. Elisa quietly ran into the studio and Kenma closed the door behind her. And of course you chose heels. Want me to take them off or something? We need to be quiet, so yes. Elisa rolled her eyes and took off her shoes. Damn, you're small. Shut your word hole. Yes, boss. Now follow me up these. Kenma looked at the amount of flights the sign said there was. 15 flights of stairs. I'm jumping off of a roof. Race you there. Okay, bet. The two began to run the stairs at a fast manner. By the time Kenma was 4 flights up, he stopped and saw the lift. Was that always there? He shrugged and pressed the button. Who's gonna win now, bitch? As the doors opened, he saw someone. Elisa? So we both lost motivation to go upstairs, yes? Let me in. Kenma walks into the lift and stands in the corner away from Elisa. You can stand closer. No need to social distance. What if Lev sees? And I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so I'm staying here. He was leaning on the door of the lift to keep a safe distance. He was in his own world when they arrived on the top floor. The doors began to open. Who's gonna tell him? As the doors opened, he fell back and landed on his bum. Fuck. He was about to shout it, then remembered where he was. Fuck. Your fault, Elisa. Kenma got up and got his phone ready. Elisa, give me your phone. You can have the same videos as me. So I need your number. Or you can just film them. My hand-eye coordination isn't good with both hands in use. Can only use one. Don't worry, I won't flirt. I hate flirting. Charmed. Here. She pasted her phone to Kenma and he put his number in. Treasure it. I'm going in. I can see a place that seems hidden. He slowly opened the door and Lev instantly looked over at him. Kenma? I knew he would follow me. Not long after, Elisa trailed behind. Elisa too. Please don't say anything bad, director. Kenma and Elisa hid behind a big white screen that was hidden in the shadows. The two began to whisper. Is this a good hiding place? I'd say I blend in with the wall, so for me, yeah. But you're in bright red, so. Kenma looks around for something to hide him. Oh. Elisa, you see that white sheet? Lay it over me. I'm going to go on my front. Smart. She got the white chest and threw it at Kenma. This bitch. He lay down and wrapped himself up in it. Cozy? Very. Now we wait. The Lev saw what they was doing and smirked to himself. What did I expect? Hey. The director snapped her fingers and made Lev look at her instantly. Thinking so highly of yourself. You'll get nowhere with an attitude like that. Enough of that ugly. Smirk and look normal. Actually. Keep smirking. It looks good with the outfit. Apart from we can still see too much of this. She walks towards Lev and juggles his stomach and thighs. I get it with the thighs. You play sports. But you need to lay off for a while. And the stomach? Just one apple a day will do. So if Val could turn around, hands on hips, flip your head and smile. I think that'll look much better. Hides the ugly parts of you. No round stomach and no ugly thighs. Good riddance. She walked back to the camera and zoomed the pictures. No. See, now we have your face to deal with. It's too fat. You know what? I think we are done here. T recommend not returning. You're too fat. The clothes that are missing in the changing rooms are a medium. You need to be a small. Get out. Now. Lev went to go to the changing rooms to change. Keep the clothes. You stretched them enough. Just get out. Your bags are in the hall. Leave. Lev ran out of the studio and tied up. Kenma made sure the coast was clear before pushing Alyssa out the door, him following not far behind. Alyssa and Kenma just heard Lev cry as he went down the stairs. They shared a look of concern and ran down the stairs to catch up. Surely he can't get fired just from 2 days of being there. The modeling world is very toxic. However, this one might seem to top it all. They too got to the door and saw Lev sat outside the car. Alyssa nearly cried at the sight. I'll sit at the back, you two need the time to yourself. I'll listen to my music. Go. Kenma opened the door for Alyssa and she ran out. Come on Kenma, just support him. Alyssa ran over to Lev and hugged him tightly. He began to whisper in her ear and cry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a failure to the Hey Bar name. Oh my baby brother. You are not a failure to the family name. You're perfect. I'm so sorry she treated you like that. Why didn't you tell me about this yesterday? She wasn't this mean. Yesterday. All she said was I needed to lose the stomach fat a bit, so I tried to do it within a night. I did lose a little overnight somehow. But that isn't enough. And Ken. I'm so sorry that I lashed out at you like that. I just didn't want Yaku or Kuro to know the ins and outs. It's fine. As long as you are okay, I'm happy. But we will need to tell them. Lev looked down and sighed. I know. What if they agreed? What alien shit are you on about? They would never agree with that. That woman was a bitch. Yaku and Kuro would never agree with such ridiculous statements. I know I don't. Now come on. Shall we go back to school? I'll tell coach that you can sit out of practice for a bit if you want. Thanks Ken. Lev stood up and hugged Kenma. Come on lovebirds. Let's get you back to school. The three got into the car and left the studio in a comfortable silence. At Nakoma High. It was break for everyone and Yaku was talking Kuro's ear off about Lev. I'm worried about him Kuro. What if he's gotten beaten up or something? He could come back black and blue. I'm sure he's fine. Kenma messaged me not too long ago and said that the three of them are on their way back. Alyssa rang school saying that Kenma and Lev were gonna be late. Kenma will tell us what has happened, I'm sure. T'agree. I'm sure that Lev is fine. The most that'll happen is. Before Kai could finish his sentence, an announcement was made. Kantich Suro Kuro and Morisuke Yaku come to the reception please. Go. I'll see you in a bit. I'll explain to our teacher where you are. You're a star. Thank you. The two ran to the reception and saw Lev, Kenma and Alyssa. They opened the door and entered. Lev. Yaku ran over and hugged him. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Do I need to best someone up? I will. I won't hesitate. Yaku calm down, I'm fine. Could have fooled me. Kenma please. I know. I'm sorry. What happened? Miss, could you please explain? Sure. From what I have heard boys, Lev has a new job, yes? Not anymore. What? You loved that job? Right. And from the information that Kenma and this young lady has provided me with, it seems as so Lev was being bullied. Yes. Yaku and Kuro gasped and looked at Lev. Lev, is that true? Maybe. Oh Lev. And from the things I heard the woman say to Lev, it seemed to have affected him and had gotten to his head. Luckily Kenma found him early and caught him. So I thank you for that. However, we will need to keep a close eye on you Lev. I'm not saying we don't trust you not to do anything dumb. But yeah, I don't trust you. Understandable. If we had have missed the signs earlier then we would have to bench you on the volleyball team. Oh. Yaku. Kuro, are you okay? Just taking in all the info. I'll make sure he's safe. Same. I'll make sure that he doesn't listen to anyone who downgrades him. But can we know what she said? You can share. It's okay. Mrs. Big Toe sighs and holds his hands together. She said that Lev has too much stomach fat, as well as face fat and leg fat. He needed to lose it, else he wouldn't be able to be part of the company. By the looks of things, she fired him before he even tried to do anything. Saying that out loud sounds mean, but I promise you, it's all good things. She fired you before you could develop an eating disorder. Now then, now that this is sorted, do you guys want to stay in school or just have time alone outside of it? I'll take them home, it's fine. A lot has happened to them and they need to reflect. That's fine. I'll hopefully see you soon. Just call in if you are not coming in tomorrow. Other than that, stay safe, okay? Have a good day. Bye bye. The 5 of them smiled and left the reception. I'll walk it back, you know. Car. Now. Yes, boss. The power you have over him is wild. He was stubborn as a kid. Kinda have to be shouty sometimes. Teach me your ways, master. Oh my. He's a submissive little whore, don't mind him. Kuro trigger warning. I am so sorry. Lev smiles and laughs. I'm glad I have these 3 as my boyfriends. And I'm glad Alyssa is my sister. Who know what would have happened if I had listened to her? Something bad. Either way, I'm happy and free now. You Omega whore should be thankful. You bitches are gorgeous. Mwah mwah. A kiss on each cheek. Embrace the beauty you have. I demand you to. I will barred if I miss. Meow if you will. I'll do it. Swear I will.